Eve. Hopefully, you guys are all ready to celebrate the new year. I'm out here getting ready to do my morning chores. It's extremely wet around here. There's standing water everywhere outside. We got rain like pretty much all night. I'm not sure how it is where you're at. Here's a quick look. If you can see, the ground is just completely saturated. So, although we were hoping to be able to clean out the main dough pen soon, that's not going to happen very soon. Anyway, say good morning to Miss Beauty, who decided to come through the window. I did not open the door quickly enough for her. Come on, ma'ams. There's some standing water in there, too. Oh, it's just everywhere is saturated. Hi, Penny. Penny, are you doing okay? Okay. So Penny looks a little fluffed up today. Whenever they look like this and the other goats don't look poofed out like that, the other day she looked like that. That's usually a sign that you need to take a quicker, like a little bit closer look at them. So I probably will get a temperature on her. And that's just because of the temperature fluctuations around here have been hot, cold, warm, cold, I guess, not really hot. And it's been extremely wet. I think that's a combination that will cause pneumonia for goats. We will get a temperature on her today. Did buy feed yesterday. I did not unload the feed. Do you guys have plans for New Year's Eve? Are you gonna party tonight, Cecily? We do not really have plans for New Year's Eve. After everyone kind of dealt with the stomach flu, I think we're just going to be staying home and, I don't know, probably watching movies. Really hate this weather for goats. It's more common in the spring. You see this type of weather really, really often in the spring. I think December, January, it's usually just cold and frozen. And goats deal with cold really well. Or mine have. I mean, the cold that we have here in Indiana. Are you eating? She's got a little bit of a messy nose. Let me clean your nose. So a normal goat temperature should be 102. It can be range a little bit. 102.5, 102.7 is not a problem. Even up to 103 is kind of high normal. I have seen their temperature go up to, here's more liquids that I did not take in. Their temperature go up to like 105, up to close to 106, and that really scared me to death. But you do have to remember that goats have a normal, that's a lot higher than humans. So although it seems like it's really high, it's not super high. What's wrong? Okay, so if you saw that, it was 103.8, which is not insanely high. It's higher than I would like it to be. Since she is kind of got a snotty nose and tiny bit of a cough, I probably will give her a shot of an antibiotic. Unfortunately for me, like signs of pneumonia or even more serious respiratory has been uncommon since I started using the pneumonia vaccine. However, standing here by her, I did just hear her grind her teeth. So they usually grind their teeth if they're uncomfortable. She's still moving around like a normal goat. She's scratching her back. She ate a little bit, so this isn't like serious, but you don't want it to get worse. So especially knowing the weather that we've had, I would say that this is completely not out of the ordinary for them to end up with some type of respiratory thing. Okay. Oh, guys, I had to bring in another bag of feed. I will be right back. Okay, so last night we did get our rabbit hutch cleaned out. We also moved it closer to the barn. I was going to ask my husband to help me bring in feed. Yesterday I went and bought 200 pounds of this Kalmbach goat pellet. I feed all Kalmbach stuff. I've been really happy with it. I've used it for over 5 years. The rabbits, they get the Kalmbach rabbit pellet. The chickens, they get the Kalmbach layer and scratch grains. Yes, Cheerio and Time have not jumped out. They are restraining themselves, so I do appreciate that. Penny is just not feeling her best. If you have goats, the best thing you can do for your goats is spend time with them when they feel good and they feel normal. That way, when something is off or abnormal, you know it. About 2 days ago, I thought she looked kind of funny being puffed out like this, but she was still eating and running around and fighting. So today she looks even more puffed out. So honestly, with her, I'll probably give her a shot of antibiotic and a shot of B12. I do have some oral B12 that I like to use. It's called the Rooster Booster B12. And for goats, I've found that it works really well. A lot of times if they're feeling poorly, if you've been going to a show and they're in a new climate, they're stressed, I would give them like a little bit of that oral B12, and that really perks them up. Some other things I do if they're feeling badly, like not sick enough for me to take them to the vet, but just kind of feeling bad, is I'll give them some warm water, or give them some molasses in their warm water. If you hear that sound, it's really starting to rain again. It stopped for a few minutes, but the rain is like coming down pretty heavily. Guys, this is for the big pen. So I gave them some of their beet pulp earlier. They ate it all. Miss Penny, are you trying to get something to eat over here? They love when I put feed in this bucket. Good morning, Mom. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me out here on this rainy day. It's very, very wet. So I am not sure how good my connection is going to be with how bad the weather has been. It's very windy. It's very wet. So to turn on the hanging lights, you have to pull the string. Can't get it. Oh well, we'll try this one. There we go. Now you guys have some light. It's very, very loud up here with the rain. Okay, good connection. That's good to hear. The other day, I'm pretty sure the Spectrum people were working right down the road. These are my goats' favorite snacks. Hi, Miss Blue. Okay, so, of course, they will be fed in the barn today. It's just so wet outside. I'll make sure all their feed pans are clean. Bernice's mass sounds a lot like nutmeg, so a lot of times I get them mixed up. You guys all have clean feed pans? Nobody stand in them, please. No standing. You gotta move. Move your head. Excuse me. Oh, Willow, you spoke too soon. Look who just made her way out. It's Miss Cheerio. bit more feed. Anybody else dealing with terribly rainy weather? Okay, Revy. So Revy does not like to eat with anyone, so I usually let her out here to eat. And that's because this shape multiples, and she's had triplets twice, but I'm almost wondering if she has more than triplets or she's just carrying them weird. So once she starts milking all of her extra fat off. So during this time when she's bred, I'm okay with her having the extra weight. I think it's actually good for her to have the extra weight for when she does go into milk. Does anyone want to eat on the milk stand? So usually some of them like to eat up here. Yesterday I had all the baby rabbits in this barn, so we clean out their pen. So they really seem to like being in here. My kids came out and played with them for a while, so they got some good socialization. Do you want some beet pulp? So she didn't even eat it. She's eating the pellet side. Oh, wow. Guys, the milk stand's open. Someone can eat on the milk stand. Nobody? So we did have to move all of the rabbits out of their hutch. Because we were cleaning it and we were also moving it. So I brought all the babies in, but my daughter brought the 2 big rabbits in. And then the only rabbit carrier we had was for normal rabbits, and Peter's not really normal rabbit size. He's very, very large. So he was really cramped in there, so she let him out in the kidding room, but I didn't realize he was out. Turkey, you gotta move. Good morning. So we did discover that both of these are females. They're ladies. They're very sweet. So anyway, I saw him bounce by, and now he's been out here in the goat pen. Hi, Peter. So he's been with the goats before. The goats actually don't seem to mind him. And that outside area is fenced in, so he can't really go anywhere. Although I can't believe that he's even going out right now with it being so wet. The rain did stop. What are you doing, buddy? You see how big he is. I think he's like a year old, so I'm not sure if he'll get even bigger. I would guess that he might gain more weight, but I don't know if he'll get much longer or taller. Hi guys, did you lay more eggs? No? This poor turkey looks like a vulture. So the turkey has been laying eggs over here. Yeah, as you can see, she's got a couple eggs. I don't know why she decided to start laying them over here in this goat pool, but I mean, I don't think I know why turkeys do anything. Have you guys been standing on this? I really wish you wouldn't. So the reason why I stopped buying these was because they started standing on it. It's very, very wet. I would say chances are pretty good that they are not going to be going out today. If you look at all of that mud. So they've got a walkway over to the little gate that we close at night. Goats don't like water, they don't like mud. So that means that they'll get hay today. I miss Nutmeg. Nutmeg loves to be scratched. Hi, Happy. So since today is the 31st, that means Nutmeg is due in 11 days. She's gonna have our first babies of the year. She's a very experienced mom. She's been having kids yearly since 2020. So honestly, having our first doe to kick off our kidding season, be an experienced one that I have never had trouble from, does make it much less anxious to start. You guys, I feel so bad for you being stuck in this wet weather, being stuck in this barn. I looked at the forecast. It's supposed to be 5 days of no rain after today, so I am really looking forward to it. We've been wanting to clean out this barn, give them some fresh sheets going into the new year. It's obviously not going to happen today. I feel like our tractor, I don't think it would get stuck. It probably would make like a ton of ruts. That is grass hay. You can see they're not gobbling it up. These are not my favorite hoof clippers, so they're stuck up here doing hay duty. I usually stick them in the side so I can find them. So this is their alfalfa hay. They really love this. Okay guys, heads up. Give them a little bit of alfalfa today. I think they all smell it. You can see them all jump up and start gobbling it. Here's another little bit of alfalfa. I didn't buy a lot of alfalfa bales last year. I think I bought 125. They're twice as much as the grass hay bales. And if your goats aren't making milk, it can be like too much if you're giving them grain as well, which I do give mine grain year round. And grass hay is good for goats. It kind of pushes everything through, keeps their rumen working. Okay guys, I'm gonna throw this in the barrel, so heads up. So you can see the difference between the grass hay and the alfalfa hay. They all ran over there and started gobbling it. But honestly, I feel like they waste a lot less of the alfalfa hay. And this alfalfa hay, I think, is mixed with orchard grass. So I'm wondering next year, because of the less waste, if we could just do alfalfa, but not as much. But then buy more bales of it. He's being grouchy. It's starting to rain again. The metal roof, you hear like all of the raindrops. It's really pretty peaceful when you're not having to go slog through it. I don't know where Peter went. It looks like he's not in his designated spot under the hay feeder. Where's the rabbit? He's not outside. He's very elusive. He's like a ghost. The goats agree with that idea. The guy that I buy it from is, he lives pretty close to me, so it's convenient. He doesn't bale a lot of hay every year. And this is fourth cutting. Okay, that's Blackberry. She looks so much like her damn Micro that I thought it was Micro. So I'm debating about getting another one of these hay feeders since I do have so many goats to put over there. For a while, Bernicia, this big white doe, kept going by and like rubbing against the side and tipping them over. But she hasn't been doing that lately. I think maybe because she's pregnant, so she's not wanting to cause all the chaos. It was frustrating because my babies were smaller at the time, so I was worried like she was gonna make it tip over on one of them. Everybody here looks like they're doing pretty well, despite all the weather ups and downs, the raininess. No one really looks fluffed out or like they're feeling badly. Part of the reason why I do green every day is because you can see right away if someone's not feeling their best because they don't come up to eat. So I do grain them every day, year round. Recently we dropped the night feeding. I was doing grain in the morning and the night. So then we usually do the alfalfa hay at night. And that's really seemed to work well. It took them a few days to adjust to it. But I do like that. I think we'll continue doing that. I don't see the rabbit anywhere. Happy, that was not nice. They look so funny with their mouths full of the hay. Do you see Time? There's Miss Time. She did not jump out today. Willow, you would be very proud of her. Lulu, what's wrong? Lulu knows that her sister gets out every day for grain. She's wondering why she doesn't get out too. She was kind of on a weight reduction diet. Now she looks really good though. So that's her baby from, her baby was born April 27th. That's her baby Grace. Lulu's full name is Hallelujah, so then Grace's full name is Amazing Grace. I cannot believe what a rainy month we are having here. So I'm gonna go spread this hay around. Look at Hazel. Hazel's turning into a wide load. Hi, baby. Hi, Moon. Hi, Miss Miss Midnight. How are you? Cheerio. Easy, Revy. So I latched it from this side. Crumble. You see her shove her nose in that crack. She's checking to see if the door is latched. They're very, very smart. And that way, if they get out one time, they remember how to get out that way, like every time. Okay. Lulu, fine, you can come out. Crumble. Not everybody. No pancake. Everybody is trying to come out. Hi, Turkey. Did not see where the rabbit went. Peter. Peter doesn't really like me. He doesn't seem to like people a lot. He likes other rabbits. So I'm not sure where he bounced off to. I really hate when these end up in the hay. So the layer of grass hay, so you can see nobody is eating yet. They're so rotten. Put the layer of alfalfa on top, immediately start gobbling. You guys are terrible. They eventually do get to the grass hay. They just always eat the alfalfa first. Oh, Peter is outside. What are you doing out here, bud? He was out here eating grass or something. Cheerio was very naughty. Hi, buddy. Are you going to come in? No? Oh, you did. He likes sitting under these hay feeders. This rabbit has the longest ears. He went to the other one. Oh my gosh. Hi, chocolate chip. Look at this belly. Chocolate chip is our blue-eyed doe. Did you get wet? Is that why you're shaking? So I originally thought this turkey was a male because it kept, I can't even remember the name for it, like where they puff out and they fan out their tail and drop their wings and spread them out. But then I saw it over there in the corner making a nest, and now there's eggs over there. So apparently in the absence of a male turkey, one of the females can start, putting on that kind of show. Everybody's in here making a mess. Are you doing okay, Easy? Easy loves animal crackers. They're like her favorite. Revy likes them too, but not as much as Easy. You can see the junior does are wondering what she's eating. They typically have to develop a taste for crackers. See, they won't eat it. They just want to put their nose in there because they see the older does doing it. We have an animal cracker hanging out. animal crackers so much? Even Penny ate one. A large snack crew today. Well, it is raining, so they've all been cooped up. So I think they need to be out on the snack crew. So that's why there's a large snack crew. Lulu saw her mom and sister out, so she came out with her baby. Cheerio jumped out. Now she's fighting everybody. She's in a mood. They all look like they're the same color on this. Only easy relatives. Cecily's out here. Blue's out here. They're not easy relatives. Seriously, Cecily? Cecily is so confrontational. When Easy walked by, she put her head down like she was gonna fight her. It's dusty. This is rabbit feed. You guys don't like rabbit feed. You're not supposed to like rabbit feed. Excuse me. You gotta move. It's like a traffic jam right here in the doorway. Do you all three want to go back out? Okay, I won't stop you. Oh my goodness, at the same time. Miss Nutmeg. Not yet, baby. Okay, go ahead. Blue, you want to go out too? Go ahead. Nutmeg, you're scaring everybody. Stands there like a bouncer. So I really hate when they eat on the milk stand like this. Go around. Thank you, Lulu. I don't know if my signal will reach out here. Move the rabbits right here next to the barn. I don't think it did reach. Kitty, kitty. So I think that switched to cellular. The rabbits are right outside this door. No, you need to go up on the stand. Stop. Go up. You also need to go up on the stand. Midnight. Go up. Jump. You love to jump any other time. You can jump on this. Go. Jump. Clips is out. And Mr. Puss in Boots, his hair is all wet on his back. Hi, baby. He has the squeakiest meow. He's really a big cat. I don't know how much he weighs, but he feels like he's pretty heavy. I should weigh him. Where did my scale go? Okay, Mr. Puss, did you stick your nose in my coffee? I really hope you didn't. Let's see how much you weigh. Okay, so a little bit less than I thought. He weighs 12 pounds, 8 ounces. I don't really know what the average weight is for cats. Nice. He's over here trying to jump up. I bought the tank de-icer for my buck pen. After that, it hasn't even gotten cold enough to freeze around here. And there's time. Willow, look at your goat. She just jumped through the gate again. So we took down the net about a week ago on this gate, since I thought the two does that jump out were big enough to where they could not jump out. Unfortunately, even though they're pretty big, they're still able to jump out. So time is normally very polite, but when it comes to jumping out, who is coughing? Eclipse? Did you get too much in one bite? Hi, good morning. You're so sweet. He's so chirpy. Good morning, Puss. So I've boxed up all of my chemicals to take inside. I thought I got them all the other day, and then I found a bunch that I missed. So I'll be taking all of them out. Or actually, I take them, I store them in the basement. A lot of them should not be frozen. And I have no idea why Beauty is nibbling on straw. They do this, like, you put out fresh straw for bedding, and they immediately go rummage through it like it's food. Cheerio, why are you fighting? She doesn't feel that good right now. The birds are really, really loud this morning. Why were you out in the rain? Your head is all wet. Mr. Puss. His full name is Puss in Boots. Obviously because he's orange. My daughter used to be obsessed with the one Shrek movie. I think it was the third one. You're so handsome. I cannot get over his little chirpy meows. How I'm gonna put all of these goats away. Since Time just jumped out, she's still enjoying the snacks. I cannot get over how thick her hair is. It's super soft and fluffy. She really is the sweetest girl, even though she jumps out. She's got like the cashmere down at the bottom of her hair. So I can imagine that she stays very, very warm. Hi, Beauty. Hi, Eclipse. Eclipse usually doesn't get out. So I think she must have squeezed out with that last group that came out. Really excited to show all of these doelings this next year. feel like our herd has finally progressed to the point after bringing in new bucks, a few new does, to where these does are all going to show well. Eclipse, I went ahead and bred her. I feel like she probably would not show as well as the junior doe. Part of the reason is because she's not very wide between the hocks. When you compare her to like Midnight, even though Midnight's a smaller doe, she actually walks with more width between the hocks than Eclipse. So typically with junior does, since the scorecard allots so many points to feet and legs, I mean 23 points to feet and legs, if their feet and legs aren't to the point where they're really, really competitive, then I feel like it's probably better if they're big enough to just go ahead and breed them to be milking yearlings. Like if you look at Miss Moon here, the tremendous width between the hocks, all of Goose's kids have this. That's something that we did not have before, so I'm really excited to see it. Time is a goose kid. She's not standing really nicely right now, but she's also got nice width. She was actually our first goat in our herd name to win a ribbon at a sanctioned show. There was a lot of junior does there, so she actually won this reserve champion. Then her dad actually won those. So those are Goose's. The green and white ribbons are for a youth show, so no matter the breed, if your goat gets champion or reserve champion in a youth show, they will get a green and white ribbon. So at the Indiana State Fair, my kids showed in the youth show, and so Easy got the green and white ribbon this year, and then Sage was the junior champion, and then the reserve champion was Crumble. So they got the did you just launch yourself into the garbage can? So we had all of this straw underneath the chicken, the rabbit hutch to kind of insulate underneath when the babies are little, so it wasn't drafty. When we moved the hutch, you know, they're so much bigger now and it's been pretty warm. We decided not to put the straw back. So we collected it all because it's all pretty dry. Brought it in here in this garbage can, and then we were gonna spread it around in the goat pen once we clean it. Puss just launched himself into the middle of it. Sometimes he's very loving, sometimes you can't find him. I really love orange cats. I think they're so pretty. Cheerio, that's straw. You can't eat straw. I'll never understand why goats nibble on straw. Your hair's all wet, bud. His hair's so thick too, I think he doesn't even feel that the outer layer is wet. He's purring so loudly. He is such a sweet boy. He killed the big rat that was living in the feed room that I kept putting traps out for. Apparently it was too smart for them. Don't really have experience with catching rats. Normally we just have like little mice that get in the trap. Good morning, Jetta. I'm in 4-H. You raise goats for auction. That's great. I love hearing people in 4-H. I'm a 4-H volunteer here in our county, and I was a 10-year 4-H'er. My kids are in 4-H too. Good morning, Karen. I really enjoyed your Zoom last night. It inspired us to get back on track. I don't know who is yelling out here. Oh, Cecily. No, 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 no. Pancake. Okay, Bean, you can come out. As long as we get some goats back out, some more can come out into the snack crew. Okay, so Happy did come out. This is her baby, Vanilla Bean. Vanilla Bean is our chunky little marshmallow goat. But she had been really sick after she was born. Oh, thank you, Karen. Glad to see you this morning. They're all out here chewing on the wood. Apparently you can put like rotting wood logs into a goat pen and they will nibble on parts of it, and it's beneficial. I don't usually do that, but this wood is wood that we salvaged from the old barn that was standing here. I'm not really sure how old it was. It looked like it was really old because the main beams had pegs in them. So we were able to salvage quite a bit of the wood, and we used it to build some of the walls around the bottom of the loft. But the goats really love to chew on it. But it's mostly Cecily and her babies. I feel like they saw her do it. So if you heard Cecily screaming out there, it's because half of her babies are in here. So anytime she gets separated, even though she wanted to go out, she'll just scream for them. She's a very loud goat. It drives me a little bit crazy. Nigerians kind of have a reputation for being loud. A lot of people will sell a goat for being loud. I've never had the benefit of being that picky. Miss Pancake. This is my son's 4-H goat. She's not super competitive in the open show, but she is the sweetest when it comes to showmanship. She'll walk, she'll stand, she does whatever he asked. When you go to shave her, she stands like a statue. She's so good for milking. So I really love that personality. And she has blue eyes. So she was our only goat with blue eyes. I didn't even know she had blue eyes when I went to buy her. I actually really admired her top line. And so I went to look at her and I'm like, this goat has blue eyes. So I had promised my son when he started 4-H that he could have a blue-eyed goat. So he named her Pancake. Blue-eyed babies sell really a lot more easily than brown-eyed babies, especially for people that care about color, and a lot of people care about the color of their fur and the color of their eyes. Cecily, they're in here, they're fine. You hear Cecily screaming. The babies are so used to her screaming that they don't even care. They don't even respond anymore. Do you hear your mom screaming out there? Doesn't faze her. Does not faze her. Here, put some on the other side so you guys don't have to eat the same bucket. Yeah, pretty much. When my son was younger, he would not respond. Like, he would be outside and I would think, like, he disappeared. I felt like he, you couldn't find him anywhere. So after that, I would make him stay right next to me until he would learn to answer back when I called, because I kept thinking, did he get kidnapped? Is he lost or hurt somewhere? So I get the feeling, Cecily. Does anybody else want to go back out? No. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 goats out. That means there's 23 in that pen, plus a large rabbit, plus 2 turkeys. So hopefully they don't all go crazy from being cooped up with each other and fight all day. Pancake is just being so chill right now. She's an older doe. She'll actually be 3 soon. But she's letting these 2 little junior does just eat with her. You're such a sweet girl. You took them in for hearing tests. That's hilarious. I could see myself doing that. Why are they not answering? Oh, they hear you. They're here, Cecily. They're fine. They're just not answering. You have one baby in here, and she's over there eating. I know. The rabbit is underneath there again. I really hate trying to catch this rabbit. He's very fast. Did you come to help me put goats away? Were there too many on the snack crew? Willow came out to monitor the situation. She's very upset that none of her does are answering. Tiny. Tiny is making everyone feel regret since she keeps acting like a buck and she's supposed to be pregnant. When they're pregnant and they keep acting like a buck, they usually say it's a sign that they have a lot of buck kids on board. So hopefully that's not the case. Last year she was acting like this. She had 2 bucks and a doe. Hey, Blackberry. Okay, your babies are coming back in. Willow's bringing them back. There's Beauty. They're coming. They're right there, Cecily. I bought Cecily last January. She came from South Alabama. She was on a transport, and they took like 3 days to get up here. I think the guy was having some... He said that he was in the middle of a stomach flu, and it sounded like a terrible trip. He said, you know, I had to pull over, and I was puking in the ditch, and... So I don't know how he managed to keep transporting these goats. He transported Cecily and her sister somewhere. But I always tell Willow, I think I know why Cecily was the one that got picked to be sold, because 1, she screams all the time, and 2, she has terrible breath. All of these goats, she has the worst. Like, most goats don't have bad breath. Cecily does. Turkeys, they do think that they're goats. They like being in here with the goats. Sometimes they'll peck at the goats a little bit, but I think it's because when they hunch down, I saw a goat standing on them, so I think that they do it just to kind of keep the goats away. Hey, Marky, sounds like the worst road trip ever. I completely agree, and knowing her now, she was probably in the back screaming. He drives a minivan, so probably screaming with her terrible breath. No, from here to South Alabama is not terribly long. I think it's like a 10-hour drive. So for it to take 3 days, you know it had to be really, really bad. All of your babies are out here, Cecily. You have no reason to scream. She is also acting like a buck. Last year, she blessed us with triplet bucks. So hopefully this is not a repeat of that. Well, the bucklings and the senior bucks are demanding their breakfast. If you hear that other goat screaming, that's probably Cecily's buckling. They're back behind here, so I usually give them green after the internet does not reach that far. Okay, so we have another pregnant doe being Bucky, Nutmeg. Last year she had a single buck kid. I'm really over all these buck kids, guys. We had 22 buck kids born here last year out of 33 kids. Hi, Sage. They're already in here, ma'am. You have no reason to scream. So our daughter did respond. I really hate when they do this. They stand in these cans. You know better. You need to get down. Are you being chased by the doe bucks? Okay, guys, well, I'm going to jump off here and feed my bucks and bring in some water. So I hope you all have a really good New Year's Eve, a really safe New Year's Eve. I will see you in the new year. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow, pop in and say hi tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Bye. Say bye, Willow.